because my intention is to trace my Albanian roots. People talk about Albanian. People getting fed up with this Albanian thing, but no, it's about finding your belonging. It's about finding your belonging in this world of mishmash. And apparently, my belonging goes towards Albania because of the Arbereshe connection in Italy. So, like I said, I was never really comfortable in this Italian stereotype that I was put into, and so growing up, I had conflicts of identity, and I was never really comfortable in my skin, in the sense the Italian skin, which I am Italian, but there's more to me than just being Italian, you know. Well, there's more to me than being Italian anyway, because my mother's not Italian, she's Swiss actually, but my father's Italian. My mother is Swiss, and through DNA analysis, I've also found out that my mother is not just Swiss. She's also, her grandmother was Jewish, basically. Her grandmother was Jewish, and she was a Russian Jew. And, but she was a Russian Jew, but obviously she didn't advertise it at the time, and she did not say she was a Jew. She was one of these Russian Jews, Soviet Union, you know, Damaliga, Soviet Union. I think she was either from Ukraine or Belarus, or it could have been Bukovina down there in Moldova. All I know is she was Jewish. She was an orphan, and many orphans came from the ex-Soviet Union. Many orphans came, and they were Jewish orphans, and they were settled in Europe, and mainly in Holland. Many came to Holland, and they were, like I said, they were Jews, but no one saw them as Jews, and they had no Jewish, they didn't follow the religion. Anyway, she grew up in Holland, my great-grandmother, my mother's grandmother, and then somehow she made her way into Switzerland. This is from my mother's side. She made her way into Switzerland, and then she married my great-grandfather, who's Swiss. I don't know his name, but I think it was Bayerman. And then, they had children. Then my grandmother was born, that was from them. And then they had more children, and my mother was born. And then my mother married my father in Geneva, and that's where I was born. So growing up, like I said, I never really had this Italian, oh, I'm Italian. Even though, because of my Italian name, and everywhere I went, because of the Italian name and the Italian passport, which I have also a Swiss passport, but the Italian, Italiano. Yeah, Italiano. I was thinking to myself, fuck this shit. What we're doing now, we're going Italiano, blah, 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 Paolo Rossi, Berlusconi, spaghetti, macaroni. What is this? I was thinking to myself, this is bullshit, man. I don't want to be put in a box with this Italian stereotype bullshit. You understand me? I'm my own person, man. Italian or this or that's irrelevant. It's irrelevant, yeah? So it was getting on my nerves, even from a young age, all this Italian bullshit. Even though I'm proud of my heritage. I mean, coming from Italy. We have land there, we grew up there, we're from Italy, no problem. But it just got to my nerves because, you know, you get put into a box, and then you're this guy, and that's it. There's nothing else about you. But there's more about me than just being Italian, yeah? So growing up, I was never comfortable. And like I said, during the 90s, I met Albanians, and they kept telling me, you know, you're Albanian. They didn't say you're Albanian. They used to ask me, where are you from? And